everybody. Guess where we're at? I'm at Lake Panasoffsky. You know, that town you hear on the news all the time about people getting in trouble with drugs and robberies and whatever. But believe it or not, Lake Panasoffsky has got a restaurant that I really enjoy. I've always enjoyed it. It's out here kind of in the middle of nowhere, but as time goes on, the village expands. All these people over here and their lifestyle is changing, and I can understand it. But we're at Catfish Johnny's. And they also have a tap room over here connected. She's already gone in. I know it don't look like much. It looks old country, kind of out in the middle of a fishing village or whatever. But I got to tell you, I enjoy the food here. It's pretty good, and the prices as fair as it gets nowadays. Pretty good sized parking lot. It does get full on the weekends. Those of you that's got RVs and whatever, if you're looking for a place where you might be able to park and go in and have a bite, this is one of them places to where if it's like it is right now, you can swing around over there and go back over there and you can park. And then on the other side of that tree, if you'll look, you'll see a driveway going out. So you can get in here with a motor home. Maybe not a big motor home, but it's available. Well, we're just now leaving Catfish Johnny's and see how busy things are getting even out here in the middle of nowhere. That's some of the housing over here, Lake Panasoffsky. Slowly but surely, the village is wandering this way. Right now, this road, as you can see, is not the best in the world.
Just right here in town.
There's a lake over there. That's Lake Panasoffsky. I don't know if you saw it or not. On the other side of these trees. And the lifestyle that they've got here is what seems to be some of the argument and the problems. People that lives over here have been here for decades. Some of these homes here has been handed down from generation to generation. And the villages keep getting bigger and bigger. They're pushing this way. So some of the land you see here that's vacant, one person owns it, might own 20 acres there. That property's getting bought up, houses are getting built, banks are moving in, grocery stores are being built, so on and so forth, and the people here are being pushed out, and it's a lot like the wildlife. They're being pushed out and they got nowhere to go. I saw the latest statistics this morning on the news. Now, I don't know how accurate any of this is, that in 2022, there were 700,000 people that moved into Florida. Also in 2022, there were 500,000 people that moved out. And they interviewed a few of them that are moving out, and they said when they first moved here, the idea of sandy beaches, warm sun in the wintertime, blue clouds was really appealing to them. But after being here, they said there's a lot of problems, mostly politics, political, so they moved out. So they interviewed some real estate people, and all the real estate people seem to be agreeable on one thing. All the people moving into Florida are moving in because of politics. All the people moving out of Florida were moving out because of politics. The bottom line there is, but that's what they said. See, this is a cow pasture here, and that's perfect land for the villages to buy. This is what they like to buy right here. They like to buy cow pasture. They buy 1,000 acres of that. Very few trees to mess with. They'll level that out. They'll build 10,000 homes in there. Lake Central Landing area looked like this. Sue and I used to drive our golf cart down there and feed the cows. If you guys are getting any wind noise, ain't nothing I can do about it. Or I could put that up, that might help a little. But yeah, we used to go down there. Right now where Hacienda of Mission Hills was a cow pasture from there all the way down to Lake Sumter, kind of around that swamp area. And we'd go down there on our golf cart. But anyway, we must have got down there somehow, some way. Maybe we four-wheeled it out through there. But this is what Florida generally looks like, is right here. This is a swampy area right there. pasture ground. Just kind of out in the country, so to speak. If you was up north, that's what this is. This is the countryside. To get to Panosovsky from where I live ain't necessarily the shortest drive in the world either to get to Catfish Johnny's. Just the Catfish Johnny's is a nice out-of-the-way place. I like it there. We've never had a problem there. I've never had a bad meal there, have you?
No, no. They got good fish.
Yeah, what's that appetizer I always get?
The bang bang shrimp.
Yeah, I suppose it's kind of like boom boom shrimp, and they call it bang bang shrimp. Man, is it good! I like it. I could almost get that in a salad and call it a meal. Well, any of you to come down, if you're new and you want to check the villages out, and you're looking for a place maybe outside the villages in your car or whatever to get a bite to eat, lunch, dinner, or whatever. That's my recommendation. Try Catfish Johnny's out. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little out-of-the-way spot. I didn't do much video in there of food or anything. It wasn't very crowded. When we left, there was a crowd just starting to come in.
Okay. Don't know what he's doing.
There's a lot of this area that I'm showing you here that there's something going to go on. You can just tell if you've been here. Just like here, that gate right there is new. Part of the barbed wire fence they put around this field is new. And back there in the back, in the middle of this woods, there was it looked like a bulldozer pushed a road in. So it looks like this corner lot here will end up being for sale, or it's already sold and somebody's getting prepared to do something. It's like across the street over there. See that road? There's nothing over there but woods, but then there's a road right there at the beginning of it going in.
Yeah, a dirt road.
So there's a lot of building that's going to be happening. It's just a matter of what, when, and where. Sign right there says we're 10 miles from Wildwood. Well, we are and we're not. But just gives you an idea where we're at. And that's a pretty good sized field right here too.
And now from the southern end, you can get to 470 a lot easier. But from this side, we just take 44 to 470.
I still think there's a shorter way of getting there, but we didn't really mess around with it. Sue said she knew how to get there that way, so that's the way we went.
I said, this is just kind of a straight shot to me, so.
Well, we just had dinner with one of my moderators and his wife. First time I met his wife, she's a kick.
Yeah, I think she can keep up with you.
Well, I don't know. I'm getting too old for people to keep up with me anyway, but you guys saw him on the chat. He's a moderator. He's there every Wednesday. Anytime we go live, he's always there. Is Jerry, and we met his wife. He's looking down here about possibly buying part-time, full-time. I don't know if I know yet. She's really kind of undecided about everything. I think what she's trying to say, she would really rather not. But if Jerry wants to, it would be okay. That's kind of what I'm getting. So I don't know how far we went, but over here to the left, see that? That's a transfer station for a trucking company. I don't know who. FedEx, overnight, UPS,
Amazon.
Old Dominion. Huge.
But that's probably going to be one of the
This is 44 and 75 exit for Wildwood. You'll know it for all the truck stops, fuel places, tire service. I mean, it's easily detectable when you get off here. They have several problems here for those of you that are traveling. Prostitution, a lot of drug paraphernalia at these places. People come over here and get arrested all the time. Yeah, you got to get gas, you can get gas. I've done it many times, never had a problem. I get the pilot here, you probably get gas, no problem. Just know that at night, that TA right there has cops that goes in there a lot. There's 2 hotels back there. One of them's actually a Quality Inn hotel, but it looks like a dump. And there's another one there, and I don't know what it is.
up here.
But they've arrested a lot of illegals in them hotels. And where they come from, I don't know. They don't never report all that. Another pilot here. This is all touristy stuff here, the oranges and things. Now here's the Holiday Inn Express up here on the left that they arrested a lot of people. It's in the news this next Friday or whatever. Right there, that Holiday Inn Express right there. They arrested 1 or 2 illegals in there for something. And right there where you get off, a sign said Villages 4 miles. So that gives you an idea. This whole area out here from there all the way up to Wildwood is just empty spots. It's just real estate after real estate after real estate that I see a lot of building going on in the near future. These homes you see out here, they're all abandoned. There's nobody in them. Big sign there that's new, said land for sale. Right up here is a campground. That's 3 flags right in there. That's a fairly new one. Been there maybe 5 years, 6 years, something like that. I've never been there. It seems fairly quiet there. I have heard of a couple of problems in there, a time or two, of homeless people. But other than that, I haven't really heard much of anything in there. Boat storage and camp or RV storage there.
Ship and shore.
I would say we're roughly 2 miles from Wildwood. Do you see that white line right there? That's the stop line. See where that truck is up there? Is that Jerry?
I think so.
Jerry!
Waving.
Jerry! What are you doing, buddy? But I'm going to show you where a lot of building is going to happen eventually. It's just a matter of time. See that shopping center right there? This is prime corner. Highway 301 and 44 right here. That whole shopping area right there is empty. There's nothing in there.
They parked all of their...
This is Highway 301 here. This light goes this way. We're on 44. Over there is 7-Eleven over there. I don't know why it's there. That place ought to be closed down as far as I'm concerned. Over here is an automotive place. Eventually, it's just a matter of time at that place, the tire place next to it, which I think is Sumter County Tire. Right over there where I have my tires put on my motorhome. I can see this whole corner getting sold out because it seems to me somewhere down there on the other side, or maybe this side of Oh Shucks, there was something in the paper a while back about a hotel had applied for a permit to build a hotel there. I'm not sure how that turned out, but I remember reading it. Somebody asked me one time in one of my videos, I guess they saw what that truck done, made a U-turn. He said, are U-turns legal in the state of Florida? Well, let me tell you, unless it's posted no U-turn, apparently it's legal everywhere. You see U-turns everywhere, and I've almost come to the conclusion that making U-turns in Florida is like a rite of passage. Okay, we just went across Highway 301 and noticed the difference in the road. We're in the Villages now. It's just a difference of day and night from being outside the bubble and then getting inside the bubble. Over here's our Chevrolet dealer. This is where we take our car to get it. That's where we bought our new car, as a matter of fact. Oh my God, that guy gave me the finger. It's just a matter of time that place there is going to get sold. They've already sold part of their parking lot to McDonald's. I don't go there that much, but I hate to see it go. This whole area over here is industrial. That's the lofts of Brownwood over there. Well, we're back in the Villages. We're on Powell Road and getting ready to get on Buena Vista, I think. see that plastic bag on the back of that pickup truck on the trailer hitch? He's probably over at the campground, and you see a lot of those guys do silly stuff like that. It's not silly, but anyway, that was the trash probably he had in his camper, and he threw it back there, think, well, I'll throw that in the trash on the way out, and he forgot. A lot of times what you'll see on pickup trucks a lot is it'll be thrown up on the bed of the pickup truck, sitting on top, and they drive around with it back there because they forgot. So that'd be my guess. You know, if you just look around and take this video and go clear to the back on the outskirts of the villages compared to where we're at now in the villages, you see the difference between day and night. In the bubble, outside the bubble. So those people outside the bubble that's lived that way for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, they don't want this. And I don't know how it all works out, but I think a lot of them are forced to sell when they don't want to sell. However that works out. That's the first neighborhood as you come in off Buena Vista on Hillsboro Trail, which I guess is part of Hillsboro, that neighborhood. Sue says it is. I don't know that it is. Something just tells me that over there is a different neighborhood. But in Hillsboro, this is our mail station here, our adult pool. As you can see, there's nobody there right now. Why?
It's dinner time.
Because it's 5:41, it's dinner time. There's a golf cart for sale in the guy's front yard. I was telling Sue, I don't really care one way or the other, it doesn't bother me, but the facts of it is, if you don't know your deed restrictions, that's a problem. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to park your golf cart in the grass. You can't even put a for sale sign on your house in the yard. I don't know who that person is, none of my business, doesn't bother me none, but that's one of them things where somebody coming along down that road on a golf cart that don't even live here is liable to make an anonymous complaint. Yeah, look at all these houses and all the people we used to know that lived in them, and 90% of them are gone now. If they're not dead, they moved down south to bought another new house. Some of them moved back up north and said the hell to the place and just moved out.